Hey guys, Brian here again from the Really Useful Thailand channel. Today's video is all about Thailand's beautiful places. There are so many that I'm going to break it down into my top 5. And if you stick around till the end, I'm going to let you into a little secret that you don't want to miss when you're here. Alright, so many of you have been asking where is open and where still has a vibe when it comes to Thailand after reopening, and my number one answer is to avoid the areas that used to be really touristy. The reason for this is because they relied so heavily on tourists that businesses couldn't survive when the pandemic hit. The best places to go are ones with expat and local communities, and I have a think about this before compiling this list, so here we go. Okay guys, so number 5 on my list is a little bit controversial, and I'm sure I'll take a little bit of stick for this one, but it just has to be on there. It's in Phuket, but it's not the normal spot for tourists, it's more of an expat and locals haunt. It's a little beach area called Harn. The beach itself is only about 500 metres long, and behind it you've got this little lake which is great for a little stroll around. If you venture into the little town, there's some really nice restaurants and bars. This is hands down the best spot in Phuket in my opinion. Alright, so at number 4 we're going to go a little bit further north for this one. It's a little place called Pai, which is up near Chiang Mai. Now this place is like a little laid back island vibe, but it's nowhere near the ocean. So on the banks of a river, and if you're up there you've got to check out the hot springs at the Mopang waterfall. It's absolutely stunning, you're going to love it. Okay, so number 3 on the list, we're going to go back down south to a little island in the Gulf of Thailand called Koh Tao. This place is famous for scuba diving, but it's got way more to offer than that. If you're down that way, you definitely need to check out the underwater, but it's very hilly, so it's got great hikes. And with it being an island, obviously other great water sport options too. It's also got a little sister island that you can reach by longtail or kayak. That's called Koh Nang Yuan, which is the definition of paradise. This is the one that you can see in all the photos if you Google Koh Tao. Alright, so number 2 on the list is Railay Beach, which is on the other coast from Koh Tao. It's close to Krabi and it's famous for rock climbing, and if you were to pick out a picture of Thailand from a lineup, this is what's going to be it. It's laced with sheer limestone rocks like the ones you see in the James Bond movies. If climbing's not your bag, then you know it's got beautiful sandy beaches and quaint little restaurants and bars too, well worth a visit. Alright, so that leaves us with my number 1 on the list, and that's a tiny little spot between Surat Thani and Krabi, and the name of it is Khao Sok National Parks. Khao Sok itself's a tiny little street town, but it lies in the centre of a huge national park. At the top of the road there's a temple there that's overrun with monkeys, which you know is really great to visit. And earlier on in the video I told you I'd let you into a little gem that you cannot miss, and that's an overnight trip to the raft houses, which are located in a flooded valley. Don't book this online as you're going to pay through the nose. Just wait till you're in Khao Sok itself, ask at the hotel what's available, and then you've got the best deal. The one we done was great, and it included a kind of jungle trek which takes you up down through caves and stuff like that in the area. Definitely worth a visit too. Okay guys, so that's it for my top 5 Thailand's beautiful places. If you have any suggestions or questions, why not stick them in the comments below, or you could have a look at my next video, which is a Thailand city review. So you already know Bangkok, but this is going to give you a little bit of an overview of lesser known cities and what they have to offer. I'll also be discussing the number 1 thing that you need to look out for when you're in any Thai city. This is something that you don't want to miss, and it will make your trip infinitely more enjoyable. So tune in if you want to get that little bit of juice. If you want to keep getting my videos in Thailand, don't forget to subscribe and ring the notifications bell, and I'll see you in the next video.